Hi, my name is Alexandria Palmer. This is class SPCE 683, section 805. I'm going to be talking about articles um, related to experimental design. That is the area where I got the lowest. I got a 54%. Um, and specifically, I missed a few questions with um, component and parametric analysis. So I really wanted to focus more on those. The first article that I found was the fuzzy concept of applied behavior analysis research. And it touched base on the 7 dimensions along with the component analysis and the um, parametric analysis. Um, they go on to describe the two different ones, and how there's been a decrease in articles related to those two topics. So the component analysis is finding out if there is an independent variable within the treatment package that impacts the dependent variable more than another. Um, and then the parametric analysis is used to see how much of the independent variable is needed to make an impact on that dependent variable. Um, and the article goes on to state um, that the application of like the 7 dimensions and the analysis is creating socially appropriate behaviors is the main goal, the core idea behind it all. Um, and then um, that's my first article, and the next two articles are kind of based around the same thing, but gives a little bit more information on certain aspects of it. So the second article was component analysis using single subject experimental designs. And the article goes on to describe the component analysis over almost the whole thing. It does have a little bit of the parametric analysis. It states the terms, and then it states that a term that is frequently used with component analysis is comparative analysis, because you're making that distinction between the different components in the treatment package, is what they say. The treatment package is like all the components in that treatment and intervention, everything that's within it. Um, and where on the other side, the parametric is the low and high rates of um, that contingent reinforcement. Um, so, which one, if you increase the independent variable, will it affect that dependent variable in the way that you want, or would it be better to decrease that independent variable's presence more or less? The article shows that often one or some components in the treatment package um, are showing behavior change results. So we want to really single out the ones that are making those changes that you are wanting, those desired changes. And then that article uses the single subject experimental design and the component analysis. It does talk about there are two different parts, or not parts, methods of component analysis, and that is drop out and drop in components. The drop out component analysis is when you remove a component and it impacts the effectiveness of the treatment and that is in place. And then the last article, discriminant analysis and binary logistics regression enabled more accurate prediction of autism spectrum disorder than principal component analysis. And that's just the article's title. Um, and for this one, it kind of goes and talks about um, those changes, and the components are um, important to eliminate the ineffective treatments and get rid of the ones that aren't working that are within that treatment package. Um, and once they are all removed, it has shown that it helps with better generalization and maintenance, because it's taking those components that aren't working or that are unnecessary out, so you can focus on the main intervention that's working. And it has better generalization and maintenance because once it's singled down to the specific treatment, um, then it takes a little bit less time to train the people who are going to be implementing that treatment, such as the parents, the RBTs, any caregivers. And that increases the effectiveness of the intervention if it's being consistently ran across all people involved.